4 years is a long time to keep someone's number that you haven't spoken to in 4 years. Alright.
Alright. What up, girl? What you wanted to talk about?
How do you do that?
It's magic.
Okay. Whatever.
Whatever. I went to Hogwarts. Whatever.
You know you didn't go to Hogwarts?
Yeah, I did.
No, because I went to Hogwarts and I didn't see you there. So.
Well, that's because whatever. Let's get the video going.
Let's get this started. What's up, guys? It's your girl NEZZA. So, by the title of this video, I'm sure you guys are very confused. Because one, Alex has never been on my channel, nor have I really ever mentioned you in anything.
But in real life, you probably mention me pretty often. See, like, you're like, oh, mom, this guy's really cool. No?
All right.
Not once?
All right. So, as most of you know, or maybe none of you know, I don't know, Alex came to my birthday trip to Mammoth, and that was kind of like, I guess, the first time that we like really bonded, you know? Alex is, I consider you part of the squad now, Alex. Yeah, I do. So Alex has been coming around more and more, and what most people don't know
is what?
What most people don't know is that Alex and I actually met about 4 years ago. And we kind of figured it out. I mean, I've known the whole time, more like you kind of just recently figured it out.
It's about to get embarrassing for me.
It's not, don't worry, it's not gonna be too cringing. I just have some questions.
Let me tell you guys what I know.
Okay, yeah, so the reason that this came about, because I was never ever going to mention this. I was never going to tell you. I was just gonna let it go because we've been, I don't know, you've been coming around and like, you like obviously didn't remember my face like at all. So the reason that we're doing this is because Alex is the one that kind of figured it out finally. I was never gonna say anything, but this is how he kind of figured it out, so basically.
When I went to her birthday trip, everybody was there and they made a group chat. And I woke up the next morning and I was looking through the group chat and I saw a bunch of numbers that I didn't know. And then I saw like Key and JC, whoever. And then I saw Vanessa Paxson. So the next morning, so we're eating breakfast and I was like, hey, why is your number saved on my phone as Vanessa Paxson? And she just laughs at me and she said, I'll tell you when we
I'll tell you someday, basically. I just didn't want to have the conversation there in Mammoth. For those of you who don't know, I worked for PacSun for about 6 years, so a very long time. And yeah.
Somehow I got your number.
So yeah, somehow, Alex, I'm so surprised. I'm just surprised that 4 years later you still have it saved in your phone as Vanessa Paxson. Like, do you just like trade over your contacts every time you get a new phone?
Yes.
Because 4 years is a long time to keep someone's number that you haven't spoken to in 4 years.
I didn't think, oh, I better delete that number. It just happened to be there and you happen to have the same number and I happen to have the same number 4 years later.
So yeah, in Mammoth, Alex comes up to me and he's like, hey, like, did you used to work at PacSun? And I was like, oh. Here we go. Long story short, I was still working at PacSun at the time, 4 years ago, you know, my little assistant manager self. It was just me and my other assistant manager, Alyssa, with me.
And this cute Filipino boy came in?
Oh my god.
Is that what's happening next in the story?
So basically, in walks Alex Wassabi. But I didn't know who you were at the time. I mean, I wasn't doing YouTube back then. Were you doing YouTube back then?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, yeah, see. Don't know.
13 years.
I just don't. 13 years?
Yeah.
I remember, like, I don't forget faces. Ever. Ever, ever. So, in walks Alex, and you were with a friend. Whatever. So he comes in. He's asking for help. Being very flirty.
What? That doesn't sound like
Yes,
me.
you were being so flirty. Maybe it wasn't flirty, but we're both very outgoing.
Maybe I was just reciprocating your flirt.
Maybe. I don't. Basically, he's like, hey, like, do you have this in a size? Like, you were asking a lot of questions. You were like, oh, do you have this in a medium? Or do you have these pants and da-da-da? Basically to, like, an excuse to keep a conversation going. So I was like grabbing clothes for you and like whatever. And I mean, I was flirting back.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure you were.
Was flirting back. Yeah, because I mean, I thought you were cool.
And then what happened? Well, how come we're not married right now?
Oh my god. Basically, you know, and so I ring you up, you come to the register, and I'm like ringing up your clothes, and Alyssa is ringing up your friend's clothes. And you're basically doing the whole like, so like, what are you guys doing later? Like, we should all like kick it. I don't remember what you said, but I don't give anyone my number. Like, I don't like, I just, yeah. And I was in at that point I was in like a 3-year relationship, but we were like not on good terms and we weren't together at the time. Cause everyone's gonna be like, weren't you in a 6-year relationship? But yeah, no, that doesn't overlap at all. And so like, and that was it. Like I rang you up, and you leave.
Because I'm a gentleman.
And that was it. And you
I
just
was like, I'm out of here, peace. And then, oh, I remember coming back.
Oh, you remember coming back. So basically, like it was like a good 30 to 40 minutes that passed that you left. And I meet hundreds of people a day, right? And so you come back in, and me and Alyssa look at each other like, oh, what's going on? And I remember asking you like, oh, I thought I had messed up. Either like I messed up on the receipt, or like I didn't ring something up, or like I just messed up. So I was like, oh, did I mess something up?
And what did I say?
But you came in alone.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't come back in with
like
your friend.
Like a lone wolf.
You came in alone, and you come up to the register, and you're like, hey, so I never do this.
Because I never do that.
You were like, I never do this. Like, I promise I never do this, but can I have your number?
And you never give your number out.
And I never give out my number, ever, especially on the job. But for some reason, I was like, oh yeah, sure. And so I like pull out the receipt or whatever and write my number in, and that was it. And then you left. But you texted me like instantly.
And what did I say?
I don't know. I think you were just like, hey, it's Alex Wassabi, like save my number or something like that. And I was like, okay. And so like after my shift, like I saved your number, and then I texted you, and then we were texting for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yes. We figured out that we had a mutual friend,
Who?
Mr. Timothy DeLaGhetto.
Oh.
And you were like, oh yeah, I'm doing a show with him right now.
Yeah.
I think you guys were doing an awesomeness show at the time.
Probably. We've done
something.
Stuff
yeah, and so we were like talking about that, whatever, and then we realized like, oh cool, like we have mutual friends. And then you hit me with the, oh, we should hang out.
Man, this sounds pretty bold. I'm not that bold.
I don't know. You were just like, it was like this. And you're like, yeah, we should hang out. And then you asked me, like, we were trying to coordinate a time, Alex. Like, you were like, oh, I'm free this day. And I was like, oh, I'm free
why
this day.
didn't it ever happen? Why did we never?
I don't know. I don't know.
You ghosted me, didn't you?
I didn't ghost you.
You ghosted me. You probably
me.
stopped texting me.
No, I double texted you, which I never do, okay? Like, it came to like the day that we had like, whatever, you're like, oh, I'll probably be free on this day. And I was like, oh yeah, me too, I don't work that day. So I think I was the last person to text, and then that day comes around, I'm like, oh, do you like still, like, are you still down to hang out today? No response.
For 4 years?
4 years later, bro. And like, I was just like, okay, like, it's fine. Like, I don't have followers. Like, I get it. Like, whatever.
No,
like,
that's not why. That's not why.
Because I went and stalked you afterwards, and I was like, oh, he does YouTube. And then I was like, oh, like.
Whoa!
Fast forward. The funniest part about this, fast forward to 4 years later.
So I was at your birthday 4 years after I.
No, but there's
ghosted
something
you.
funnier.
What? Is something funnier?
Yeah, so the funniest part about this whole thing is that 4 years later, you had your ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh,
party.
yeah, I did.
Right? And, you know, got invited. I came with, like, David, or I don't know who I came. Oh, I came with David. And I'm in the Uber. And I'm like, in the Uber, I'm like, okay, if he remembers me, fine. If he doesn't, like, it's fine, whatever. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing him in 4 years since he ghosted me. Like, I look different, like, it's fine. So then I walk in, and you answered the door. Yeah, and you were like, You're like, hey, I'm Alex. And I was like, all right, so he doesn't remember.
You kept it a secret?
No, I was never gonna bring it up. I was like, if he remembers, like, cool, like, whatever. If he doesn't remember, I'm not gonna bring it up. Like, this is weird. And so, but I act like nothing. Like, I acted like nothing was wrong. Like, we like had fun that night. We were dancing, joking around, whatever. And then I'm trying to think of the second time we hung out after that. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But then Mammoth rolled around.
And then it all came together?
And then it all came back. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, we're gonna have to have this
I
conversation.
feel like I forgot a piece of my life. Like, and you're just telling me, oh, this happened. I'm like, no way. And
Yeah.
you're like, and you were there? And you were there?
You are the only guy in my life to have ghosted me.
I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. The reason I weaseled my way into a school
Oh my god!
is because I remembered you.
No, you did not.
And I know I ghosted you, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah.
I have so many regrets.
Yeah, you must have just hopped into your relationship at the time.
Yeah, it was right. I
Because
started dating Lauren right after you.
had-
It could have been you. It could have been us. It could have been.
Imagine, like, just like little decisions like that alter like everything.
My gosh, so I could be making this video in another timeline with Lauren, and she's like, oh yeah, one time you ghosted me and then you dated NEZZA for 3 years. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. This is like
You
Inception.
nervous? Oh my god. Yeah, but you know, it's fine.
I got it. You know what? How about we go on a date sometime and you can vlog it. We can bring them along and we'll see how it goes and see if there's any chemistry. And it'll be, if there's not, no hard feelings. If there is, then whatever, we'll see. You don't know what I mean? What? You're still mad at me,
What
aren't
if
you?
you're gonna ghost me? I'm so mad still. This is the longest relationship we've ever had.
I'm not gonna ghost you.
You're totally gonna ghost me again.
No,
It's
I'm
fine.
not.
I'm gonna text you and then you're just not gonna respond.
No, I'm free in April. Literally, this is the craziest story anyone's ever told me.
Yeah.
That I was involved in.
But it's just funny that like, it's still so crazy that you had my number saved as, if you hadn't had my number saved that way, we would never have brought this up. We would have never spoken about this ever. I don't think I would have ever brought it up to you.
I really never ask for numbers. I'm so shy when it comes to girls like
Then
like
why
strangers.
did you do it then?
I don't know.
You were so like confident about it. Is that my phone?
I think I was dared. I think my friend was like, oh, she's too cute, you won't go back in there. And I was like, psh, watch me. And then I turned around and I walked away confidently, but my face was like, oh, here we go.
You know what's funny is I saw you at VidCon too.
Oh, really?
I saw you at VidCon.
Before that or after that?
No, this past VidCon. And I was like, that was the
And
first
then I
time.
said hi
That
again
was
at
the
my
first
Christmas
time.
party?
So, yes.
No.
That was,
I forgot you twice?
I totally forgot.
Oh
I
my
totally forgot to tell you this. Yeah. So at VidCon, right?
Gosh, no
So
way.
this is my first ever VidCon, obviously, because I'm new here. Hello. You know the restaurant right there in the lobby?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and I see you sitting there, and I hadn't seen you in 4 years.
Yeah.
But I made eye contact with you, but you didn't make any expressions. So I was like, for sure he doesn't remember. And then one of the other days, you came up to Fran and everyone and was talking to everyone. I was standing there with everyone.
Why didn't you say hi?
What was I supposed to say? Hi, you ghosted me 4 years ago.
I don't know, maybe after this first date, I won't. Instead of ghosting you, I'll just wifey you.
But
I can be the first to ghost you and the first to wife you.
yeah, I've never been wifed up.
Alright, well, hopefully this date goes well.
Oh my
I
god.
really think I got too nervous, that's what it was.
You got too nervous?
Yeah. I probably got too scared to...
Go through with the date?
Yeah, to go through with it, yeah. Cause that's a big, like, I talked to you for like 5 minutes, and then I had to spend like a whole night with a stranger? That's scary. And like, it's scary.
It's crazy because you guys were so confident. Like, you guys were like, yeah, what are you doing later? Like,
But you're
yeah.
not interested anymore. Now that you got to know me.
Yeah.
Now you're like, ew.
Now it's like, oh, Alex. Oh.
Gross. That ends this episode of Embarrassing Alex.
Embarrassing Alex. Yeah. I wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
It's not like I care anymore.
I still feel like that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life.
Oh.
Was ghosting you.
Got it.
What could have been?
I'll remember that. Alright, so that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Alex's channel. I will have everything down below. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below if you want that date.
Why are you not excited about this?
I don't know, because I'm scared you're gonna ghost me. I'm triggered. But yeah, I love you guys. You have to say we're doing great.
We're doing great.
We're doing great, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.